Selamat sejahtera dan selamat sepup. Sepoops, by the time you watch this, I will have yeeted off to Japan, gone on my little airport trip, lug some bags around, and be on my way to the land of the rising sun. Whoa. What's serious though is that it's gonna be an amazing trip. I'm heading off for a couple of days just to attend the Asian Mensa Gathering 2025. I know the whole high IQ thing sounds kind of lame, and honestly I used to think that that's what it was, but I guess over the past couple of years my opinion has changed. I met some really great people, had lots of amazing memories that I'm in no doubt that I'm gonna have more of, and I can't wait to experience Japanese food, culture, lots of stuff for the gram, and disappear from all of you for a while. Whoa. But seriously, I'll probably be taking a break for a couple of days. I haven't visited Japan in more than 6 years. You know, countries change over the course of time, and the last time I visited, Gojo Tong was there at the same time as me. It was the first family vacation I'd ever paid for with my own money. So I guess it's just kind of interesting to think about what the country is like right now. And for that, there's no better person to really talk about than the new Prime Minister. Takaichi-san came over to Malaysia for the ASEAN summit, hung out, made her entry into society, and bowed down to the Tugu Negara statues and the Japanese War Memorial, leaving this seemingly innocuous tweet, which honestly has as many interpretations as people making comments, such as this take from Lucas, who said that honoring Japanese soldiers without acknowledging the atrocities they committed in Malaya was profoundly offensive. After which you had insult after insult after insult from this whole bunch of history fans, probably 95% of which had never actually lived through colonization. And there you can see it. Though TBH, I kind of understand what's going on, cause like it or don't like it, I am visiting one of the countries of our former colonizers. Something I've become a lot more aware of ever since reading Lee Kuan Yew's Singapore story and Said Zahari's Dark Clouds at Dawn and a whole ton of ChatGPT conversations. I'm sure a lot of people would have had grandparents or relatives who were around during that time right there, but you also have takes like this one, where man says PM of Japan bowing down to our fallen warriors for a hardliner. This is especially impressive after many of their predecessors denying their hand in World War II and atrocities committed throughout Asia. A good start to her premiership indeed. Wow. Well, given what's happening in Parliament right now, I guess some people might think that she's not bowing down to our warriors, but she's actually bowing down to colonizers because their noses are too high. But well, that's what it is. I kinda doubt that Takaichi-san is going to actually apologize for anything though. Well, probably not, cause she's pretty much the inheritor of the LDP's legacy. In fact, she was the protege of Shinzo Abe under the LDP, so denying wartime crimes is pretty much par for the course. Add that on to the fact that she's basically the Iron Lady going along with the Japan is back, tough on borders, high defense spending type thing, and you can see that she's probably not going to sumimasen. No, I don't think we're gonna see that from her. But I think that it's very interesting to think about their mentality though, almost cause it sheds light on human nature. I mean, not everybody knows about this, not everybody cares, but the story of how Japan even went on this colonizer, Greater East Asia prosperity sphere rampage is really a lot like Animal Farm. Basic premise is that animals aren't happy being exploited on the farm, the pigs take over, promising justice, fairness, no more exploitation, before at the end of it all, it turns out that the pigs are no better than the farmer himself. Well, Japan's story starts when Matthew Perry arrived in the 1850s with his black ships. The Tokugawa shogunate couldn't do anything about it. Their whole feudal system fell. The Japanese were like, you know, the only way we can beat these people is if we imitate them. And they imitated and imitated, became super industrial powers, won a couple of wars, and realized that unless they were strong, they would keep on getting bullied, which is why they kept on talking about how, oh, you know, if I attack you, it's about decolonization. Oh, we were trying to defend ourselves. Of course, all of that kind of fell apart during the rape on Nanking, and also with what we now call Malaysia, thinking, well, we have no resources, we don't have nothing. All of this is for the survival of our great empire. Hashtag Goddess of the Sun. We were doing what we needed to survive. I think in that story, you really have something that illustrates human complexity, how atrocities can be understood one way by this group of people, another way by this group of people, and how later they might go on and say, we did it for our existence. But maybe this is controversial, maybe a hot take, but if you didn't personally do anything to me, and if you didn't live through the decisions that your own ancestors made, then at least for me, I'm good with you. And honestly, I think that even Malaysian leaders like Mahathir were good with Japan right from the start with the whole look East, buy British last, all that stuff. And on my part, I think that whatever they did in the past, even if it was horrible, it doesn't justify ignoring the culture, the history, the good that came along with the bad. I mean, on my part, I'm going to be meeting a lot of Japanese people in the next couple of days. There are going to be new friends, compatriots, and I don't think it's a very good way to try to make friends by expecting people to just apologize to you when they meet you. Sorry for what we did to your ancestors, sorry. Maafkan, ampun. Like, that's not how I want people to treat me. That's not what I expect from people. Like, sure, I get it's a sensitive history, but we have to remember that a lot of those things happened many years ago, and there are dozens of layers of connectivities and different ways of understanding the world that I think that we have to deal with. I don't know what Japan's gonna be like, whether it's really gonna be like anti-immigration, or it's going to be hashtag breakdown in social order as some YouTubers seem to suggest. But what's for sure for me is that I really look forward to seeing Japan. I'm sure that my Japanese friends will be very proud to show it to me, and they should rightly be proud because it's an amazing civilization, amazing people, and it's gonna be an amazing time. Anyways, poops, again, might be on a break, but yep, see you when I see you. You'll see a couple of scheduled posts mixed in here, there, and everywhere along the way, so it might be like I never actually left. But yeah, in all seriousness, ciao! Gonna go eat sushi. Bye.